As we say good morning to you guys.
Hi, Jeff.
What's going on, gang?
Well, she doesn't look any older, does she?
Thanks, Dale.
No, she doesn't.
She had her birthday yesterday.
I had my 29th birthday.
29,
How
huh?
many times?
Still get
You only
cards.
got a couple of them.
I still stand that age is only a number.
What'd you do? What'd you do for her?
I didn't do much, but we did go to lunch yesterday, and our neighbor met us in Olympia, and we had lunch, tried to surprise her, up to 30 minutes before. We were at the table, but we got there early. I said, we must go to, and she goes, that's weird.
Why would we go there?
Why is he forcing the issue about going to that restaurant?
We just went there.
Yeah, we did. We just went there a week
Well, that's
or so
why
ago.
because it's good. You want
It
to
is.
go again?
That's exactly right. So it's the Olive Garden, by the way. There's a free plug for them. So
Delicious food.
Yeah.
anyway, so we did surprise her to a degree, and had a pleasant lunch with our neighbor and a friend of hers, and it was good. It was
Friend.
fun.
And ours.
And ours as well, a new friend. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a nice surprise. Dale has a heck of a time trying to surprise me because I'm such a controlling, snoopy person
Sure.
in the first place. He can't
Oh,
hide anything.
just agree there.
She runs the itinerary, and that's kind of
Yeah. So.
whoever's got eyes on what's happening knows what's happening.
And she
Yeah,
also had the steering wheel in her hand, so I was like,
Okay, well, just go this way. You can only say go left, go right before you're in the parking lot.
there it is. That was it. So that's what we did
Happy
yesterday.
birthday.
Well, he got a picture of his back, his MRI, which,
Uh-oh.
yeah, there's more fun and games to come.
We don't
with
have
that
a long
one.
enough segment
Carrying the
for
weight
that
of this
one.
radio station for so many
That's
years.
what the doctor said. Yes. What have you been doing? Oh, the weight of the world, Doc. The weight of the world.
Yeah, when we get off, I'll give you a blow-by-blow description of what you have to look forward
Oh,
to,
wonderful.
Jeff.
Great. Wonderful. What else have you been up to, Jerry?
Well, on Sunday, I attended the Ladies of Caliber class that they had with Chief Deputy Ryan Sperling and on a self-defense. And quite an eye-opener. I've always said, oh, geez, I don't want to have a gun because somebody would take it away from me and shoot me with it. And it's surprising how easily that's done.
Yeah.
And so we did get to practice that and other means of self-defense that maybe aren't quite as
Lethal?
lethal. One being, the use of fire extinguishers. If you strategically locate fire extinguishers, which you should anyway around your house for a fire, those can be used for self-defense.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
And then we got to shoot again, and our friend Lynn, who also introduced us to Ladies of Caliber and the gun shooting, let me use her gun, and she had this nifty little sight on it, so you don't have to, line
Aim
up with
too
it.
much?
Well, you do have to aim, but it had a laser, so you could kind of see just exactly where the bullet was going. And I hit the range, and it was of course, the man target there with the difference.
Yeah.
My area was just really concentrated, so I brought it home to share with Dale.
So you're getting there.
She is. She's doing real well, and we're going to group with Dan and Lynn here in the next week and go do some more kind of hands-on shopping for firearms.
Oh, you're going for it.
So we're gonna try some of what they have, so we have a little bit more understanding of what's out there and what they do and how
There's
they
just
feel.
I've looked
So many
after our
choices, yeah.
class, I was looking them up too, and you never really know. Well, how does this magazine? Can it do different types of
Yeah.
bullets? Or those are just some questions.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
It's multi-layered
Yeah.
when you're
Yeah.
making that decision.
Yeah.
You want to make sure you're making the best decision for your own personal situation.
And
too, so.
I'm not going to put words into their mouth, but I would imagine you could go to the Sportsman's Association here in the county and talk with them on a much less pressured, rather than go into like a big box
Yeah.
store that has a gun area.
Yeah, and an
You feel-
itinerary.
You feel
Yeah.
the pressure from a salesperson. You
Yeah.
can sit there and go, well, no, this feels right in my hand. Take the time to do that.
Yeah.
And some of the learnings that we got just from the brief time that we've been in it is a matter that one gun doesn't fit everybody.
Sure.
People have preferences, and there's pros and cons depending on the type of gun you get. Like the nice compact one that is real light might not be the best choice for anybody, for a woman or whatever. Anyway, so those classes are surprisingly interesting to me and very, very informative.
So when we are in the news this morning, we have a story with Sheriff Moody, or not Sheriff Moody, Police Chief Darren Moody, and the sheriff's office and the jail and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So you read stories like that in the news. Does that make you more inclined to learn these skills better to help protect yourself if they can't put people in the jails? Or what's
Yeah, well, I think just the nature of society today makes you more inclined to want to have some protection.
some sort of...
And back on that story of not having room in the jail, evidently we have a known burglar, rebel rouser in our area that for years has been troublesome, and in and out of jail, in and out of prison. I'm sure he's done some time. Well, he's once again back in jail. And once again, the community is asked to send some letters to the prosecutor to keep him there, because they tend to plea bargain with him, and or he knows all the criminals around. So if he provides information that might lessen his sentence,
sure.
and it's just one of these that just come back. And so if you accumulated how much he's cost the county, it just gets. It's enormous.
Wow.
For one person, and how many police officers and how much time it takes to put that person in their place. We really need to do something about that. So anyway, it all just keeps coming back, public safety, and then, oh, by the way, what do you do with them? It's, you give your kid a timeout, and they take their time out and they turn around and do the same thing over. Does the timeout get more severe,
Right.
or the consequences? And same has to happen with law enforcement. So I don't envy them, their dilemma.
Got some tough decisions to make.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and barbecues to choose from this weekend.
What are you talking about?
Well, it's the big holiday weekend coming up,
That's
so
right, Labor Day.
the adventures of Dale and Jerry will include a couple of nice invitations to go
What do you guys
barbecuing.
bring to barbecues? You bring Jerry.
Well,
I bring Jerry, and she usually makes something.
Yeah. Well, always
terrible.
everybody brings a salad or something like that. I have little hors d'oeuvre type things. We call them crabby things, but it's a mixture of crab on a slice of baguette. And then you toast them, and they're real tasty, and they're crab. And so that's stuff that doesn't always show up at a barbecue.
That's a good one. That's a unique
Yeah.
Yeah.
people pleaser.
Oh,
And
yeah.
everybody enjoys them because it's this year with crab in the canal, it's non-existent. In fact, we took a trip up north on Sunday to find a
Fresh crab.
fresh crab.
Oh, you had to actually
for
go
that.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we took a little time out there and went up and got that, and which was good. But that's what I take, and always, making up a salad is easy to do. In the past, when crabbing was good, I always brought crab cakes.
Yeah. Got to bring something.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you don't get invited the next time.
Right.
Surprisingly, I seem to get invited all the
Yeah.
time.
I bring Dale because he keeps the conversation going for everybody.
Sure.
If there's nothing being said, he'll make up something.
I-
and may not have any evidence of truth to it.
That's true. I was just going to say, I just did an 11th hour agreement in theory that I'm going to be hosting the food cooking contests at Oyster Fest this year.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so I talked to John Cruz on the phone last night, and so he's going to send me all the information and what have you. And the Shelton Kiwanis are in charge of hosting that this year, and they asked me if I'd be the fall guy.
MC guy.
Yeah,
Cool.
so that's
fun.
I was very honored to be asked, and looked over at Jerry, and she goes, "Yeah, let's keep you out of the beer garden for 4 hours each day." So
That's a good one.
she's
then.
good for that. Yeah.
All
And
right.
this beats the heck out of flipping oysters.
That's right. That is true. All right. Well, we're just about out of time. Is there anything last minute quickly?
Just-
Not this week, I don't think. What?
Yeah, just a fundraiser. We had a fundraiser meeting for the Habitat.
Oh yeah.
And in North Mason at the Habitat store there in Belfair, there will be another one of the block parties. So we're putting the planning touches on that. I'm not going to be able to attend that one. I'm booked for that weekend, but I'm sure they won't miss me. They have plenty of competent folks up there.
Always
to
a
do
lot
that.
of great folks that work there.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Well, we'll check in with you guys again next week at